I have showcased many strategies on TradeSmart AI so far, so I thought it's time to take a look on the absolute best performing strategy, which is the SSL plus T3 strategy with ADX plus EMA filters. You probably know that a single strategy can be profitable on multiple assets and timeframes if the settings are optimized correctly. So I thought, why not try to optimize the overall best strategy for something else, for example the Apple stock 5-minute chart. I decided to give it a go, and the results came out to be great. The Apple optimization was able to outperform the buy and hold by around 3 times, generating 326% net profit in the last 4 years. So in this video, I'll explain the whole strategy again, show you my optimized settings, the backtest results, and the strategy ranking spreadsheet. And the best part, the source code of this strategy is completely free for all of you. So without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Okay, for this strategy, first open up TradingView and set up the Apple 5-minute chart. Once you got that, let's add our indicators. Open up the Indicators tab and first type in SSL. Click on this one. Then type in T3 and add this one 2 times to your chart. Then type in NNFX ATR. As usual, this will be your stop loss and take profit indicator. Add this one. Then we will use an ADX with an EMA filter, so type in ADX, click on this one, and type in EMA. Add this one. Okay, we have all of the indicators needed, but of course we need to change a few settings, so let's go over them. First open up the SSL and set its second period to 200. Then open up the first T3, set its length to 75. Then open up the second T3 and set its length to 160. Now for the ADX with an EMA filter, you will need to click on the EMA and start pulling it down until you reach the ADX, then release it. This way the EMA will be displayed on the ADX. Now double click the EMA and set its source to ADX. This way the EMA will move according to the ADX line, and make sure that its length is set to 110. You can go over to the Styles tab, I colored it white. Next open up the ADX and set its smoothing to 30 and the DI rank to 120. And finally, for our stop loss and take profit indicator, the NNFX ATR, let's change the X value to 70, this is its period or length. Change the TP or take profit multiplier to 14 and the SL or stop loss multiplier to 4. Then go over to the Styles tab, untick the main ATR and change the line styles to step line. This way it will be easier to see where to put the stop losses and take profits. That's all, we have all of the indicators correctly set up on the chart, so now let's talk about the entry and the exit rules. Here we have a valid long entry signal. For a valid long entry, first the SSL, which is displayed by these 2 lines, needs to be bullish. That means that the green line of the SSL needs to be above the red line of the SSL. Once we got that, we need to see a cross up on the T3. What does that mean? The yellow T3, which is the fast moving T3, needs to cross above the slow moving T3, which is the white line here. The cross up occurs right here, which is our main entry signal. And finally, to filter out bad trades, we are using the ADX with an EMA. And the rule there is pretty simple. The ADX line needs to be above the ADX based EMA. So this white line is the ADX based EMA, this red line is the ADX, and it is above. So all of the rules are met for a valid long entry. Entry will be at the close of the signal candle or at the open of the next candle. The stop loss will be placed at the lower NNFX ATR line, right there. And the take profit to the upper NNFX ATR line, which is here. So to exit the trade, the price either needs to hit the stop loss or the take profit, but keep in mind that there is a third exit option, and that is if the 2 T3 lines prints a bearish cross. But what is a bearish cross? As mentioned before, the bullish cross is when the yellow line, which is the fast moving T3, crosses above the slow moving T3, which is the white line. So bearish cross is the opposite of that. So when the fast moving T3, the yellow line, crosses under the slow moving T3, the white line, that is a bearish cross. Let's see which happens first. And on this trade, the take profit level got hit right there. There were no bearish crossovers on the T3, so we exit the position here. Let's see if our script agrees. And yes, it does. The script entered into a long position here and exited the position there. By the way, if you're interested, this is how the script looks like and how you should set up this optimization here. Okay, now let's see a short example, then we'll go over the backtest results and the strategy ranking spreadsheet. Okay, here we have a valid short entry signal. For a valid short entry, first the SSL, which is these two lines, needs to be bearish. That means that the SSL red line is above the SSL green line, which is clearly the case here. Next, we need to see a bearish crossover on the T3. To make it easier to see, let's just hide the SSL and the strategy script. The yellow line crosses under the white line, so basically the fast-moving T3 crosses under the slow-moving T3. That is a bearish cross. And finally, the ADX needs to be above the ADX-based EMA, which is the case here. So all of the rules are met for a valid short entry. We can enter into a short position at the close of the signal candle or at the open of the next candle. The stop loss will be placed at the upper NNFX ATR line and the take profit to the lower NNFX ATR line. Just like before, we exit the trade if either the take profit or the stop loss gets hit, or if we get a bullish crossover on the T3 averages. A bullish crossover is when the yellow line or the fast moving one crosses above the white line, the slow moving one. Let's see which happens first. And again, the take profit level got hit right here. Let's check if the script agrees. And yes, it does. There is the short entry and there is the short exit. And now let's go over the backtest results. So for the backtest, I am using a $10,000 initial capital with a $50,000 order size on each entry. The pyramiding is set to 1, the commission is 0.05% on each entry and exit, and the slippage is 2 ticks. The backtesting time interval will be, as usual, the last 4 years, starting from the 1st of September 2020, ending with the 1st of September 2024. Let's generate the results. And look at that. So throughout these 4 years, the script took only 150 trades, which is pretty low for a 4-year period on the 5-minute chart. But those 150 trades generated 326% net profit with a 23% maximum drawdown. For those who are interested, here are the performance analytics. And let's see how it compares to the buy and hold. So if you would have been holding Apple throughout this 4-year period, you would have made less money than trading this strategy. This does not mean that this strategy is going to perform as well as it did in the backtest results, because the risk of over-optimization or overfitting is always there, keep that in mind. That's why when I am evaluating a trading strategy, I usually leave a few months outside of the optimization range, so once the optimization is ready, I can check how it performs on the latest out-of-sample data. Now, if I just untick the deep backtesting function, we will see the latest few trades. And as you can see, it looks like that this strategy starts losing money. However, this does not mean that this strategy is failed. We still need to monitor it for a few more months to find out if it can keep up its performance. Okay, but how you can get access to this script? If you want to get access to it, just go down into the description or into the comment section. You will find there a Google Drive link from where you can download the full strategy script for free. And now let's see how well this strategy is performed compared to all the other strategies I have tested so far on TradeSmart AI. And here is the strategy ranking spreadsheet. And the script we used today was this script. However, not the BTC USDT 10-minute chart optimization, but the Apple optimization, which is this one. So out of all the strategies, around 40 now, this optimized version took the 26th place, which is not so great. It does not mean that it is not profitable. It is, because I only share strategies here that made some profit in the backtest. But there are many better strategies. You can find the link to this spreadsheet down in the description too. And at the end you can find all the download links for every script that I made so far here. And that wraps up today's video. If you like this one, don't forget to support the channel with a like and subscribe. And if you're interested in more complex strategy scripts, private coding, or optimization services, check out my Patreon shop, link is in the description. As always, thank you all for watching, have an amazing day, and until next time, trade smart.